828 Find Adventure here. Hey guys, I'm trying to get rid of all the chrome on my truck, so I got these things called BumperShellz by this company called Ecological, and I had some hiccups putting them on, little things to go wrong, little things to go right. But anyways, I just wanted to show you these tips, so if you install them on your truck, you'll know what to expect. Anyways, let's go check it out. Hey all, so let's get started. So I'm not a fan of chrome on the vehicle anywhere, or the bumper end caps or anything. So I started seeking out how I could cover the chrome bumper caps. What I found was there's a couple of options. You can use Plasti Dip. You can get metal ones that are just never painted, never dipped in chrome. They're just black metal. Probably those will rust. And then you can get these BumperShellz, which are a cap that goes over the metal bumper end. And they are made by Ecological. That is Ecological. So first I'm going to go over the directions, and then I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly of putting these things on. So let's get started. On page 1 of the directions, you will see all the tools you need for the job. On the next page, you will see what is needed to remove the fender liner and what sockets are needed. Also, on that page, it shows you how to remove the clip from the sensor and how to unplug it. Not as simple as it seems, but I will get to that later. The next page talks about the blackout tape and preparing the bumper. The blackout tape is way too thin. It really needs to be at least a ½ inch wide to 1 inch to cover any chrome gaps that might occur. At the bottom of this page, it tells you how to prepare the 3M double stick tape on the back of the bumper shell for adhesion. I would do a dry run first to make sure everything is fitting up properly before you pull the red backing off, but otherwise it's a pretty simple process. At the bottom, it describes how you tuck the upper edge of the bumper cover underneath the plastic top cap of the bumper. It's pretty self-explanatory and pretty easy to do. The last page of the directions talk to you about reassembly and reattaching the sensors so they work properly. They're pretty much plug and play, but be careful not to damage any wires, and you'll be just fine. The white clip that holds the sensor in was real easy for me. It just came right out, and when I reassembled it, I pushed it right back in. Okay, let's get started on installing these. This piece of the fender liner will need to come off first. There are 2 10mm bolts and a push pin, but be careful, don't just yank on it and pull it out, because this clip will break that is behind it. The clip that is very breakable runs behind these 2 10mm screws and holds everything together. It is the craziest part I've ever seen, and they run about $25 a piece. And on top of that, they're made with very brittle plastic. Here's a picture of one that I broke. Here it is from a different angle. I did fix this one with some super glue and it held, but I have a feeling if I had to remove it again, it would just break right off. So let's talk sensors. In the upper right hand corner of this picture, you can see the sensor plugged in. I have loosened it a little because I have taken the white plastic clip that holds it in tightly off. Getting to this is really hard. Removing the fog light might be easier if you have big hands, but I just wanted to show you this because it is a really tight area to work in. Now, once you get it all loosened up, you push the sensor through the hole. With one hand inside the fender well, you push on the clip, but you can't do the other side of the clip where it plugs in because it needs a little tool. I happen to have one of these little screwdrivers for repairing computers or eyeglasses, and that seemed to work. It's hard to describe, and you will see it when you push the sensor through the bumper Sadly, this is the only way to do this if you have sensors. If you don't, it won't matter. The BumperShellz will go on really quick. Now, of course, the first one will take longer than the second one because you'll learn all the tricks. But the hardest thing for the reassembly is lining up the sensor through the bumper shell and into the metal bumper cap. After you do that, remember, you have to reassemble that fender liner with that very cheap plastic clip that will break. So be very gentle and it'll all go back together just right. You will not be disappointed. These make your truck look so good and they protect it from scuffs and anything else you might bump into. They just really pulled the vehicle together. I finally deleted all the chrome on this truck and I'm so happy I got the BumperShellz to complete it. Hey guys, I hope you like these tips that I put out there. It was, one side took like 30 minutes. The other side took like 15. They were basically pretty easy. If I didn't have sensors, it would be really easy. Anyways, they look awesome. It was worth it. I'm giving you some tips so you can be careful installing them. Other than that, enjoy them. If you would, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time because I've got some good stuff coming. We'll see you.